Marder infantry fighting vehicles have begun arriving in Ukraine. While pretty old, these ex-German IFV represent an enormous improvement over the Ukrainian Army's Soviet-designed BMP-1 IFV. The 31-ton tracked Marder with its 20mm cannon and launcher for Milan anti-tank missiles helps to reverse a disturbing trend in the Ukrainian Army, a devolution in armor protection. Germany back pledged to Ukraine an initial 40 Marders. The surplus IFVs began arriving in Ukraine. Marder is an excellent example of German quality. Ukrainian Defense Minister Alexei Reznikov tweeted, "When German firm Rheinmetall designed the Marder in the late 1960s, it prioritized armor. The first models of the 3-crew, 6-passenger IFV boasted sloped frontal armor offering protection equivalent to between 53 and 70 millimeters of steel, if not more. Protection along the sides is equal to at least 33 millimeters of steel, that a tenth the protection today tanks might offer, but for an IFV in the 1,972nd, it was a lot." A baseline, Marder should be able to shrug off 30mm autocannon rounds fired from a few hundred meters away. The armor on the original Soviet IFV, the 14-ton BMP-1, is just 33mm thick at its thickest and offers protection from 12.7mm machine guns. Put simply, a Marder is twice as tough as a BMP-1 Island, which makes sense. The German vehicle is twice as heavy as the Soviet vehicle Island. On a high-tech battlefield, a BMP-1 is only slightly better than a death trap. It's not for no reason that the Ukrainian army did its best to divest the older BMP in favor of the newer and more thickly armored BMP-2. The Ukrainians operated 900 BMP-2 and just 200 BMP-1, but Kiev IFV in the first 13 months of war suffered heavy losses, including nearly 300 BMP-1 second and more than 100 BMP-2. The problem is that, to help make good those losses, Ukraine allies initially mostly donated thin-skinned vehicles, including as many as 700 American-designed M100 and 13 and around 200 surplus BMP-1. The aluminum M113, like the BMP-1, can resist heavy machine gun fire, but is vulnerable to an autocannon. All that is to say that, as the war ground on, the Ukrainian IFV fleet overall got lighter and less protected, just like the Russian IFV fleet did. That was especially problematic for the Ukrainians as they prepared forces for a likely counteroffensive this spring or summer. A flurry of foreign IFV pledges early this year slowed, if not reversed, this trend toward less armor. In addition to 40 Marders from Germany, Ukraine is getting more than 100 M2A2 from the United States and at least 50 CV90 from Sweden. Both the M2A2 and CV90 should be proof against autocannons. But the Marder might be the best protected of the three types. The Marder 1, the 3 models that Ukraine is getting have better armor than older Marder models have. While the precise design and protection levels are classified, we know the one, a 3, comes with spaced armor, that is, 2 layers of steel with a small gap between them. The gap helps to slow penetrating rounds. The Marder might be Ukraine's best protected IFV. So it's no surprise that Kyiv has begun providing Marders to the brigades that are likeliest to lead the coming counteroffensive, the elite air assault brigades. As they charge Russian positions, the Marders might have to absorb a lot of enemy rounds. They won't survive forever under intensive fire, but they'll last longer than any BMP would.
Dimension of 51 by 3.5 meters with the carrying capacity